Hi, my name is Danny and this is my first video on YouTube. I'm doing this because I like very much driving cars and I have the great chance once in a while to drive brand new cars for a pretty long way, for about 1200 kilometers, usually from Sweden down to Switzerland. So it's a challenging trip in Sweden, then passing Denmark, and then again in Germany on the famous Autobahn, and then down to the Alps, Switzerland. So what I'm gonna try to do with my videos, I just would like to pass my own experiences and feelings about driving these cars. I'm gonna try to tell you more about the cars itself, and especially about the experience. How does it feel to drive that car? So right now I'm in Denmark, and as you can see, yeah, there it is. It's a Volvo. I'm driving a Volvo today. It's a pretty nice car actually. It's a Volvo V60 T8 R-Design, and almost, or actually it is, full equipped, full optionals. So you got everything in this car. You have massage in the seats, you have a fantastic music stereo, Bowers and Wilkins, and all different gadgets and options that you actually can order. So my first feelings about this car are very positive. As I just told a friend, I am actually pretty much a BMW guy. I always liked BMWs for myself, on my own private purposes. And Volvo, which I used to drive quite often because of my hobby and business. Honestly, I would say until 2015, when they brought out the new XC90. Until then, I never liked really Volvo. I thought they were kind of boring cars, family cars. You know, you see them on every American movie with kids and dogs. There is always like a Volvo parked somewhere. I just had this feeling. But as I said, after the new introduction of the all-new XC90, and I would also guess, especially after that Geely, the Chinese car maker, took over the control of Volvo, things actually happened. So the XC90 was the first car of this new era. After the new V90, which replaced the old V70, came out on the market, the S90, and so on. XC60 got very nice, lifted, and was a totally remake of the car actually. So today's cars, personally, I think they look much better than in the past. The design is more a combination of real Scandinavian feelings, externally and internally. It looks nice, it feels good. So the experience is today very different than it used to be, sitting in this car. This V60, which is basically a shorter V90, is very well made. It reminds me sitting as a driver very much to the BMW 3 Series. You sit very close, you have a very close, very good contact with the car, driving it. So it's a very sportive feeling. And the best thing about this car is the jump of quality that Volvo made now in the last years. Really everything looks nice and it just feels good, and there's like not really cheap plastic or things, you know, around. Very, very well made. Sometimes I think myself, how many new modern gadgets really needs a car, you know. Thinking about the head-up display as an example, I'm not a fan of it, and well, if you like it, yeah, of course, then you want to have it, but otherwise I don't think that there is like a need to order it. About the other things that I'm tried myself now in this car, as an example, the massage seats, it's just fantastic. I never drove a car with this kind of very good and deep massage. It feels really good. I really could recommend to order them. And then again, you have this sound system, Bowers & Wilkins, which it costs a lot of money, but it's worth it. It's really worth it. Just listen. The sound is very clear, and it's just an experience by itself. Really very nice. But again, pretty much expensive. I think in euro it's like about something like around 3,000 euro. Is it worth it? I think it's pretty much individual as well. I mean, if you like to listen to clear music, then I guess that it is something that you want to have. But again, very individual. Yeah, and what else? I am kind of disappointed about this hybrid thing, but on the other hand, I don't have a lot of knowledge because I don't really understand how it works. So what can I tell you? It's now I'm thinking that it's charging the electricity. A couple of minutes ago I did like on 0 kilometers. Now it's going up, it's like 20 kilometers. So you have like a button, when you push it, the engine will charge the battery by itself, but of course it will also consume more gas doing this. As I understood it, after a while you will have this kind of, the car will understand itself when you're going, maybe when you're driving not fast, and the electricity motor will just kick in basically. But yeah, well, the good thing about it is that under this hood you have the total of 390 horses, which you also can do an optimization or with the Polestar software, and I think you can bring it up to 410 horses. But of course, I mean, we're talking about high-end figures. I think 390 horses should be enough for all of us, right? Okay, so I will talk a little later about, but yeah, the overall experience right now, it's I already said, it's very positive. It's good. Feels very nice. Again, I am not a very technical guy, so unfortunately I can't tell you a lot about how the engine itself works. You just have this possibility to drive only in electricity up to 50 kilometers, 50-60 kilometers, depending on how you're driving and so on. And then again, you have this combination when you drive it. There is a button here. It's the drive mode button from Volvo, or the DNA from Alfa Romeo, let's call it. If you push on it, you will see that you have different selections. Now wait away. Hold on. So you have this constant AWD pure mode. Oh, it's gone again. And then you have this hybrid, only hybrid, and this power mode. Let's try. You can see how the cockpit is like changing when you push on that. Let's see. It's not a very good. Okay, now I have been driving the car for like 400 kilometers. I started in the south of Sweden, went through Denmark, and then I took the boat to Germany. So just left Puttgarden in Germany. And what can I say about this trip? I am still very positive, surprised about the car in general. I still have this very strong feeling that about the quality, and especially also about the performance of the engine. Even if you remember well, I still don't really understand how the two engines are working together. But you can really feel there is a lot of power in this car. A couple of weeks ago I drove a BMW 330 X-Drive with about 258 horses, I think. And well, this Volvo V60 T8 has 390 horses, and what is it? It's almost, not almost double, but it's like pretty much more than the BMW. I don't like driving fast with the cars. They're brand new, so I don't think it's a good idea to just drive them too fast at the first ride. But what I've been experiencing now from a lot of stop and goes and fast lane changes and so on, this car you really can trust on it. I mean, there is so much power. You can just go down with your gas and you really have a very nice responding car here. So I'm very impressed about the engine itself and the quality of the car. On the other hand, well, we're talking about a pretty expensive car with a lot of horses and very well equipped with almost all possible options. You also can see on the back here, it's the sunroof, which is really amazing. This is actually the option that I like most. It's this fantastic sunroof. It's not just a normal sunroof. How would Trump say? It's big, it's huge. No, but it's really big. Look at it. It's fantastic. It's really nice. And then again, the sound, as I already told you before, it's amazing. Clean, clear, very, very good. This car has also the option DAB. I know that in the Scandinavian countries it's like nobody takes it because it's like there is no channels supporting digital audio. But I know that in the German-speaking countries, especially in Switzerland, it's a gadget that like almost every car has. Yeah, I think that's it. Later on, I thought to show you a little bit about the car, the outside and internal. I also like very much this color. I don't remember exactly how it's called. Is it brush metal blue? I think it's very special. I mean, today you see all these black and white cars everywhere, but I mean a blue strong metallic color, how do you say in French, chapeau. I mean, you don't see it everywhere, so it's pretty nice. I mean, if a Ferrari has to be red and I don't know, Lamborghini yellow maybe, or green like green light, not really nice, but it's pretty typical Lamborghini. Why do all these station wagons have to look the same way? Black, gray, white. I think it's nice when you show colors, like blue, and it goes really good with the character of this car. It's an R-Design, very sportive, very strong engine, very strong color. I think the owner of this car made a very good choice. Don't be shy. Okay, so see you later. Bye. Okay, right now it's stop and go here in Germany. So it's gonna take, I hope not, but it looks like it's gonna take some time here. So I thought to show you some stuff from the car here, from the inside. So this is a touch screen. This is like the first picture that you get on, there's like 3 different sections. This is the first one. You see all the options. Some of them are paying options that the car has, head-up display, camera, and so on. So it's pretty easy. I mean, if you want, I have it in German now, as you can see. Here is like the bottom that I told you about it. You can charge the battery with the engine. I didn't have it on, now I have it on. Okay. and especially when it's stop and go, when you have to brake a lot, then it's gonna go up quite a lot. It's gonna help to load the battery faster. So as you can see, there is all the different options. Then the second screen, it's more like the stuff that you're gonna use. It's here you have the navigation up here. There is I have a playing list right now from my iPhone playing music, and then there you can connect your phone, and then there we have it comes with Bowers and Wilkins, the different options: studio, individual, and then the concert hall, which is looks pretty nice. It's from the Gothenburg concert hall. Nice sound, really nice. Then again, navigation, just push that, you have it. It's a small screen, you can have it bigger. You touch just that, and then you got it bigger, and then again you got it smaller. Yeah, here it's easy. You can there is even this pretty nice option which you can use the keyboard, but you also can write.
Right. Set
und so weiter. So it's pretty nice, but I think a lot of new cars have this, I guess. Okay, so let's go back here. This is the navigation, and then the third main picture, it's again some other gadgets. It's more like interface related options. You know, the FM, the radio, DAB, iPod, and then messages. This one shows you how you're driving, what is going on right now. You see the battery is loading. It's pretty cool. This car is also VOC, which is Volvo on call. You can connect the whole car to your iPhone, to your phone. You don't need to have an iPhone. Just a smartphone, and so you can see all the different information. Another cool, this was like the main pictures of it, okay? If you want to change the temperature inside, you just go here, very easy. You can see, you just move it, and then you just close it there. Here, this is also pretty nice. Okay, I got here air climate seats, and then I got the heat in the seats, and the steering wheel heat there. Auto, and then the same, it's also for the passenger on the other side. That's it, pretty easy. Not a lot of other buttons, so it's a lot. You use a lot the touch screen, and it's very intuitive. It's not so difficult. Something that I didn't like so much about it, but it's peanuts. I guess a lot of cars have this. When you just zoom the car, you see sometimes it takes time, right? But I mean, it's not so strange, I guess. But it's just something that I recognize myself. And then moving on, this is the screen. You have the navigation in the middle, very nice. And here again, I have now the drive mode hybrid, because as I said, it's a lot of stop and go. You can change it, and then you see I put now constant AVD there. Did you see that on the right side it changed to AVD? Look at the screen on the right side. Now I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go on pure, and you see it changed on pure, and then the other one, it's power. There it is. Yeah, Let's go on hybrid again. So now we're on hybrid. Then you got the board computer. There you see it pops up and then it goes away. You got here some other features for the tempomat. Just put it on and very intuitive. You have the paddles, the shifts. Actually, I think it's something unnecessary. Not only for this car in general, but I mean, again, it's something individual. And then you got all here. You got this very modern, technological gadgets that help you when you're driving the car, especially on highways, to keep the distance from other cars. Plus, it also keeps your own car on the right lane, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, here you have memory for the seats, so you can see beautiful speakers. You got also one there in the middle, really nice, beautiful. And on the other side, something else. Look at this fantastic gearbox here, very small, tiny, beautiful. And if you can see this is in crystal. It's Swedish crystal. It's from the company called Orrefors in Sweden. Beautiful. As you can see, I got also a red key here. I don't really understood for what it is, but I guess it's nice to have. Look at the fine details of the car. Really nice. Beautiful. Very nice steering wheel, R-Design. Beautiful. Something that personally I don't like so much, that I wouldn't recommend you, is to get this here. You see, it's called piano lac. It's black, shiny, beautiful, but I'm not a fan of it. I wouldn't recommend you to have it, because gonna get a lot of scratches in this. And then again, here you got some place to put some stuff. It's actually not so big, but okay. So this was the front. Something that is also a bit different from other cars, but again, it feels sportive and pretty close to BMW. I think it's, you see the distance to the front, it's pretty close. I mean, it's from my hand now, it's what is it? It's like 3-4 centimeters. It's not far away. So it feels like you are very engaged with the car. Okay, this was most of the inside. And again, there is the Volvo cord that I told you. You can just, if you push on it, and then you can just connect your phone to your car, basically. Okay, bye. Yeah, hi. I've been driving the car now for 1200 kilometers. Still have the same feelings that I had yesterday about the car. Everything feels good, drives fine. And what I also have learned now the last couple of hours is the co-work of the two different engines, gas and electricity. It's maybe not something very useful driving on highways, especially on the Autobahn, because it never kicks in the electricity engine. Actually, the car runs by gas. But otherwise, I mean, going out from the Autobahn and driving a little bit around some villages and stuff, I really experienced how fine it works, the system. When you brake, the battery loads up, and then it gives it back the energy when it's needed, and you really see that also in your cockpit, how it works. So it's pretty nice, very interesting. But as I said, something much more useful driving maybe in cities or around the cities, but really not on highways. Something else that I've experienced here in the car is the room between the roof and my head is like almost zero. Sometimes I put up my sunglasses and they really go against the roof right away. So it's like it's not a lot of space. It's like, and I'm not a tall guy. I mean, I'm average, 1.78 m, and from my head it could be like, look at that, 2-3 centimeters max. Kind of strange, but then again, as we talked yesterday about it, it's more like this very sporty feeling that they want to give to the car, I guess. Okay, this is it from my side. On my next video I'm gonna show you some stuff from the outside. So see you later. Bye. Yeah, hi. I am close to end my trip here from Sweden down to Switzerland, and I just thought to finish this video with some thoughts in the end about the trip and about the car itself. About the trip, I picked up the car close to Malmö in the south of Sweden, like 80 kilometers far away from Malmö. The trip was really nice. I took the bridge from Malmö to Denmark, to Copenhagen, and then I just drove down direction Rødby in Denmark, and then I took the boat from Rødby to Germany, to Puttgarden. I was very lucky because when I came I just had a boat, a connection. Usually try to plan this, because sometimes if you're unlucky you might have to wait for the next one. And also, especially when it's vacations, there is a lot of people taking these boats. So afterwards I drove all the way down to close to Mannheim, which is pretty close to Karlsruhe, and that's where I slept. I found a hotel close to the highway. There is a very good app, I don't remember the name of it. I think it's called Autobahn Raststätte or Hotels, which you can load down, and it's really good. It shows you all the hotels close to the highway in Germany and also other countries, European countries. Really good. So I found this hotel, it cost me like 55 euro a night. It was really nice. It was 4 kilometers far away from the highway. It was pretty peaceful and quiet. Very nice. So then this morning I made myself on my trip again, and I drove it now all the way to Lucerne in the center of Switzerland. Right, in Germany, just before Frankfurt on the highway, the navigation showed me to go out of the highway and find another way somewhere. I don't know why. I guess that the highway was closed somewhere, because it took me like at least an half hour to come back on the highway, so it was kind of stressful. But that's it. Otherwise, not a lot of traffic. Fluent. About the trip itself, checking the board computer, I drove 1,340 kilometers. I had an average of 8.8 liters, and an average speed of 99 kilometers per hour. The whole trip took me currently 14 hours. Yeah, but if you have such a nice car like I drove now with all these fantastic options, it's pretty okay. It was a nice trip. I'm getting now a massage, which is nice. Just my last conclusions about the car itself, the V60 T8. I think if you are interested in that kind of technology, it's a very good car for you. And if you also have the pocket money for it, right? Thinking about myself, for an average guy, you know, with like 2 kids and a normal job and so on, it's I wouldn't choose this car even if I would have like the money to buy it. I think it's as I say, this is it's a new technology. It's kind of complicated. Of course, it's also individual. Personally, I don't like when the cars have too much electronical equipments and so on. So this is just my own thoughts, you know. So it's a good car, yes. Then again, totally with a 390 horses. I think it's like 310 on the engine, which runs on gas, and then like 80 or 85 on the electric engine. The 310 horses, which is a lot of power, we're still talking about the 4 cylinders. I'm kind of, I don't know, well, it's turbo, of course, but 4 cylinders, so much power. But the car, as I said, runs well, and it's a nice car, absolutely. Okay, so I wish you a good time, and the next video, it's gonna be in a couple of weeks, and it's gonna be about V90 D4 cross country, I think. I have to double check. Okay, in the end of this video, we'll show you some of the exterior. So have a good time. Bye bye. Check out the sunroof, how big it is.